Pro Tour Edge of Eternity's results are having an impact on card prices this week. Plus, there's a lot more to talk about in this latest episode of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. This video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now, you can order Marvel's Spider-Man, pre-order Avatar The Last Airbender, or find a vast number of other great items on their website. Remember, shipping is free in the US if your order's over $100 or consists only of singles. Just look in the description or comment section below for direct links to their site. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. Last week we saw a very healthy modern format of Pro Tour Edge of Eternities, which is now having an impact on some card prices. Marvel Spider-Man has been out for a little over a week now, and prices are quickly stabilizing down when it comes to those products. Plus, there's a lot more going on to discuss. This week we'll be looking at the top 20 coldest cards of the week and the top 10 hottest cards. As always, our lists are based on two pieces of criteria: the percentage change in the value of the cards, as well as the change in the number of sales from week to week. We'll quickly look at the cold cards and then spend a little more time on the cards moving up in price. Quickly before we get into it, just a couple things. I want to say thank you to two viewers who gave super thanks tips last week: Cesareo Garasa and Swampy Boy. Thank you both for all your support. It means a ton. I truly appreciate it. Thank you. And I do want to say thank you to one of our silver patrons as well. That is Summer Tardy. Summer, thank you for your support on Patreon. It truly goes a long way. Thank you again, Summer. And now, without any further ado, let's get into it. We'll begin with the top 20 coldest cards of the week. Now, all 20 of our cold cards are from Spider-Man products, which is not surprising. Lots of these cards are getting into circulation now. As the demand is met, prices are going to decline. In fact, prices are dropping fast, so be careful when making purchases. Even the cards I'm talking about today may have gone down more by the time you see this video. Let's jump in with a card for the main set. Coming in at number 20, Peter Parker. It's down $2.13 to $8.74. That's a 20% decrease. Number 19, Anti-Venom Horrifying Healer. Down $2.15 to $13.99. That's a 13% decrease. Number 18, Pumpkin Bombs. Down $2.67 to $2.49. That's a 52% decrease. This is the foil copy from the Marvel Spider-Man Spidey Spectacular Showdown Scene Box. There's a lot of that particular product right now in circulation being opened. In fact, you're going to see the other 5 scene cards on this list too. Number 17, Lila Holographic Assistant. Down $3 to $3.44. That's a 47% decrease. This is from the Marvel Spider-Man Blue Welcome Deck. Number 16, Multiversal Passage. It's down $3.41 to $9.15. That's a 27% decrease. Number 15, Electro Assaulting Battery. Down $3.94 to $4.80. That's a 45% decrease. Number 14, Grasping Tentacles. Down $4.06 to $3.29. That's a 55% decrease. This is the second foil card from the Scene Box. Number 13, Gwenom Remorseless. Down $4.46 to $17.35. That's a 21% decrease. Number 12, Doc Ock Evil Inventor. Down $4.66 to $4.34. That's a 52% decrease. And yes, this is another foil card from the Scene Box. Number 11, Spider-Man 2099 Miguel O'Hara. Down $5.40 to $17.84. That's a 23% decrease. This one's from the Blue Welcome Deck. Number 10, Lethal Protection. Down $7.06 to $3.69. That is a 66% decrease. And this one's from the Black Welcome Deck. Number 9, Spider-Man Miles Morales. Down $7.52 to $30. That's a 20% decrease. This one's from the Green Welcome Deck. Number 8, Spider-Man Peter Parker. Down $8.90 to $21.03. That's a 30% decrease, and this is from the White Welcome Deck. Number 7, Venom Eddie Brock. Down $10.73 to $20.30. That's a 35% decrease. Another Welcome Deck card. This one's from the Black Deck. Number 6, Amazing Alliance. This is down $10.85 to $5 for a 69% decrease. This is from the White Welcome Deck. Number 5, Green Goblin Nemesis, down $11 to $3. That's a 79% decrease. This is another one of the foil cards from the scene box. Number 4, Sensational Spider-Man, down $11.07 to $19.82. That's a 56% decrease. Yet another foil from the scene box. Number 3, Ghost Spider Gwen Stacy, down $15.84 to $16.16. That's a 50% decrease, and it is from the red welcome deck. Number 2 is our last foil card from the scene box, Venom Deadly Devourer, down $16.60 to $14.53. That's a 53% decrease. And number 1, Double Trouble from the red welcome deck. It is down $17.62 to $3.42. That's an 84% decrease. Alright, let's move on to the main event, the top 10 hottest cards of the week. We'll begin with a card that's down 7 spots to number 10, and that is Passionate Archaeologist, up $2 to $23. That's a 10% increase. This is the foil copy from the Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate Exit from Exile Commander deck. It's been seen play in a few Commander builds, like the ones around Laughing Jasper Flint, as well as the partner decks around Halden Avid Arcanist and Paco Arcane Retriever. Passionate Archaeologist is hot now though because of the additional Commander play it has been seeing around new cards, including Tanic Steadfast Second from Edge of Eternities and Gwen Stacy / Ghost Spider, as well as Spider-Man 2099 from Marvel Spider-Man. Be careful with that one though, because Passionate Archaeologist is getting reprinted in the Sony Uncharted Secret Lair. Number 9 is Misako the Humorless, up $2.96 to $29.95. That's an 11% increase. There was a lot of spec around this one-print wonder because of the station mechanic in Edge of Eternities. Tapping your creatures for station is less of a drawback with Misako in play. However, even though this may have been happening in Misako Commander builds on occasion, for the most part the strategy didn't really catch on. In fact, the card was moving back down, so what changed? Well, speculators are looking at Misako yet again because it could also play well with Katara, Water Tribe's Hope, and some other Waterbend cards from the upcoming Avatar The Last Airbender set. So Misako the Humorless is climbing again, and there's nothing funny about that. Down 7 spots this week to number 8, Attunement. It goes up $3.47 to $14.46. That's a 32% increase. This one-print wonder has been seeing play in the very popular pre-modern Parallax Replenish decks, but now Marvel Spider-Man products are pushing Attunement's price as well. There are several new cards that reward you for discarding, and this is appearing in Commander decks alongside many of them around a card from the main set, Norman Osborn / Green Goblin. Coming in at number 7 is Shadow Spear from Theros Beyond Death. It goes up $3.90 to $42.20. That's a 10% increase. This appears in a lot of decks in several different formats. Modern, though, is one of the key drivers for the card's price spike this week. Last week, Shadow Spear appeared in several decks at Pro Tour Edge of Eternities, including the Izzet Affinity build that Shuhei Nakamura was running. Shuhei had an outstanding day 1 and was featured throughout the first day of coverage, which brought some attention to Izzet Affinity. In addition to that build, Shadow Spear is also found in other modern decks, including Mono Black Midrange, Hammer Time, Izzet Steel Cutter, The Rock, and sometimes Jeskai Ascendancy combo. Over in Pioneer, Shadow Spear is in Boros Hammer Time, while in Legacy it appears in Red Stompy, 8-cast Halday Echo Stompy, and Mono White Hammer Time. Additionally, this is all over 1v1 Dual Commander, where you see it in popular builds like Cloud Midgar Mercenary and Felia Exuberant Shepherd. Not to mention regular Commander, where Shadow Spear is in several decks, including ones around Sauron the Dark Lord, as well as the partner builds around Account Eye of Chaos and Zindersplit Eye of Wisdom. Now it's even seeing additional play in the format in decks around a couple new cards, Regos Deaf Gastronaut from Edge of Eternities, and Anti-Venom Horrifying Healer from Marvel Spider-Man. Shadow Spear is a card to keep an eye on due to the extensive play it's seeing. Coming in at number 6 for the second week in a row, Mortuary, up $7.06 to $14.98. That's an 89% increase. This one-print wonder wasn't seeing all that much play until recently. Now players are getting this to put in their new Commander decks around Gwenom Remorseless from Marvel Spider-Man. The increased demand has led to Mortuary's price hike. Okay, quickly before we get to the top 5, just a fast reminder, this video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now, you can order Spider-Man products there, pre-order Avatar The Last Airbender products, or pick up any number of other great items on their website, Magic related or otherwise. Remember, if your order's over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. And if you're looking for a direct link to their site, just check out the description or the comment section below. I do have links posted in both of those places. And now, without any further ado, let's get to the top 5. Number 5, Uncivil Unrest, up 749 to 2290. That's a 49% increase. This is from the March of the Machine Call for Backup Commander deck. It has been seeing Commander play in a few builds, like the ones around Shalai and Halar from its precon, as well as Marchesa the Black Rose, for example. However, recently, Uncivil Unrest has been getting additional play there in builds around a couple new cards. Sonic the Hedgehog from the Sonic Friends and Foes Secret Lair, and Miles Morales / Ultimate Spider-Man from Marvel Spider-Man. Number 4, Goryo's Vengeance. The Betrayers of Kamigawa copy goes up 239 to 1648. That is a 17% increase. The Ultimate Masters copy moved up 948 to 1899. That's a 100% increase. This sees a little Commander play. Sometimes it appears in builds around cards like Obeka Brute Chronologist or Old Stick Fingers, for example. However, Modern and last week's Pro Tour are the key drivers for this price increase. Goryo's Vengeance decks were seen throughout the coverage over the weekend, and one made it into the top 8 but lost in the quarterfinals. Even though other decks performed better at the event, a lot of players liked the playstyle of the build, and this key card spiked. Coming in at number 3 is Quantum Riddler, up $9.88 to $40.87. That's a 32% increase. This is another card being pushed because of Pro Tour Edge of Eternities. It appeared in several decks over the weekend, including the Goryo's Vengeance and Esper midrange Blink decks that made it into the top 8. Additionally, this is seeing Modern play in builds like Esper Control, Esper Reanimator, and sometimes Esper Murktide. Quantum Riddler also sees play in other formats. In Standard, it's found in Is It Cauldron, Simic Omniscience, Teamer Battlecrier combo, and Is It Prowess. In Pioneer, you see this in Is It Midrange and Is It Rona combo. Over in Legacy, Quantum Riddler is found in Doomsday, Azorius Control, Esper Vial, and Esper Control. This is also appearing in a few 1v1 dual commander decks like Elminster and Aragorn King of Gondor. Bottom line, this is another card to keep an eye on long term. Number 2, Rafello's Llanowar Emissary, up $10.50 to $54.99. That's a 24% increase. This reserveless card is currently banned in regular Commander. It had been legal in the 99 of decks in 1v1 Dual Commander. However, this week the Dual Commander website announced that they were going to lift this ban as a Commander for an experimental change. The wording experimental change is basically a warning that if things don't go well, they could very quickly reverse the unbanning. The announcement sent players and speculators to the secondary market to get copies of Rafellos, and the price jumped up. Incidentally, they did do the same thing for a few other cards. Esmerano, Martika Dyston Akuldakar, Beryl, Chief of Compliance, and Essior, Wardwing Familiar. Additionally, Loyal Retainers was unbanned in the format as well. And finally, moving up 3 spots this week to number 1, Avatar of Growth, of $35.75 to $49.43. That is a 261% increase if you're doing the math at home. This is in Commander builds around cards like Kenrith the Returned King. It is a hard to find card though, since it was only printed in the Magic Game Night product. This week, copies continue to dry up online, leading to the price jump you see here. I don't think it's a coincidence that Avatar of Growth would actually play really well in a 1v1 dual commander deck with Rafello's Llanowar Emissary as your shiny new commander. We'll have to see how those decks perform going forward, and how much of the price jump from this card and the previous card come from speculation over actual gameplay. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. Now tomorrow, have your notifications on. I'm going to play some Arena. Probably an Omen Path draft. We did that last week and had a good time with it. Most likely I'll be on either late tomorrow morning or early tomorrow afternoon. Until next time though, hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page, as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.